Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Music, Money, and Life podcast. As always, this podcast is brought to you by howtolicenseyourmusic.com. That is my website. If you go there, you can get a free ebook and video all about how to license your music in TV shows, films, video games, and advertisements. Today I have the lead singer of a band who has actually done quite a bit of licensing with me. I have Tara Eberly-Druin from the band Iridesense. Tara, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great. So, how long have you guys been together? You guys are located, you're New York based. How long has the band been together, Tara?
The band has been together for quite some time. We've been together for 20 years, if you can believe it.
Wow, you guys have quite a bit of history.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we released 3 full-length records and a couple singles, and then our most recent EP, and then we're working on a new EP now. So we just love making music together. It doesn't hurt that my husband is the drummer and my brother is the guitar player and singer. So, and one of my closest friends, Rob, plays guitar. So I guess it just works.
Yeah, kind of a close-knit, kind of a family thing.
Exactly.
That's amazing. 20 years is a long run for any band. I mean, the Beatles were only together 10 years. You guys have been together twice as long as the Beatles. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, sometimes we say it's like a marriage because there's so many different personalities and, making it work. Sometimes, you go through your rough patches, but we all seem to like each other enough that we've stuck it out this long.
That's awesome. Where did you guys initially meet? Like, where were you when the band formed? Were you, I don't know how old you are, obviously, but were you in high school? Were you in college? How did the band get started?
Well, my brother was in high school, and I was in college, and I met my guitar player, and I guess we just met, like, around the scene, like, through mutual friends, and, I was taking guitar lessons in college, and he offered to give me a lesson, and that's how initially we started to play together, and then we started writing songs. My brother had been writing songs, since he was like 12 years old, and he actually was in a band with my cousin Sean called 12th Night, and when my brother heard the songs I was writing with Rob, we wanted him in the band from the beginning, but since he was already in 12th Night, he didn't know if he could do both, but then, he started hearing what we were coming up with, and he was like, I definitely want to be part of this project too. And I wasn't even a bass player at the time. I was trying to take guitar lessons, and I picked up a bass that my cousin had, and it just seemed to fit. It just was like the instrument I was meant to play. Yeah. So I was determined to be the bass player in the band, and I, taught myself how to play. I started writing songs on it, and in the beginning, my cousin, actually the drummer in our band, that was the hardest member to find. My cousin played drums for a while, and then we had a couple other different drummers through the years who filled in for some gigs and stuff. And then my now husband, back then there was no Craigslist or anything like that. So, if you wanted to, look for a musician, you either put an ad in the paper, or at the time I worked at a store called Sam Ash Music, and I put up an ad, and he came and auditioned, and we thought he was amazing. So he was the last member to be part of Iridesense. And then since then it's been the same 4 members. The only other member that's not with us anymore, who was in the band for a while, is a friend of mine, who's still a very close friend of mine. We had a backup singer. Her name is Elsa, and she used to sing harmonies and stuff. She's on our first record, Cool Dream Tomorrow, if you want to hear, the female harmonies. But, but the band since then, the same 4 members, we just stuck it out, and it's been awesome, because it's been a journey. I mean, we've been through a lot together, ups and downs, and it's still a journey. We're still looking forward to more things, more opportunities coming our way,
Cool. So I just want to make sure that I understand. You play bass and sing, right?
Yeah, I play bass and sing, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, 20 years, that's amazing. That's a really long time. Now, when did you guys get into licensing? How long have you been licensing Iridesense music?
Probably since 2005, I would say. Our first opportunity, which has really been like the biggest opportunity because we're still collecting royalties from it, was when we licensed music to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And, we licensed like first of all, we didn't know what shows they were going to be placed in because we licensed it directly to Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started hearing them, on shows like Zoe 101 and Drake and Josh, and people would call us and say, oh my gosh, we just heard you, and it was just really wild. And now the shows are in reruns and stuff, so we still, like I said, collect royalties. But back when they first came out, I mean, it was really nice to see those checks coming in from BMI, and I guess I caught the licensing bug, and I've just been trying my hardest to find more opportunities. And we licensed our stuff to a couple indie films.
Mm-hmm.
Our biggest success definitely came from Nickelodeon, and we licensed specifically our songs Obvious, Love or Hate, Next to You, and our song Gasoline. And Obvious was actually used in the credits of the finale of the Zoe 101 show.
Oh,
so that
cool.
was pretty wild. Yeah.
Wow. And how did you get your music on Nickelodeon? How did that licensing opportunity come about?
Just a fluke, and luck. Craigslist. My brother is very big in the music industry, and he looks for opportunities constantly. He works on the business side, and he does PR, and he's constantly looking for different opportunities. And I guess he saw this lead on Craigslist and passed it my way, and I submitted the music, and Dan Schneider, Productions, contacted us because they liked our music after we submitted, and then it just snowballed from there. I mean, like I said, I had no idea when I licensed it to Nickelodeon that it would be on that many shows, that they would use that many songs. It was just, it was a lucky opportunity.
Well, that's pretty cool. So he found out about the opportunity actually on Craigslist. Yes. Cool.
So like what I was saying is I think that, it does, you have to filter through things. Obviously, you have to pick and choose, but that ended up being something, valuable that amounted to a great opportunity for us. So it's very cool.
And what have you been doing licensing-wise since then? I know you've had songs on MTV, a couple of their shows. If I recall correctly, how have those come through different companies or different people? How have you continued to get more licensing placements?
Just from making contacts. I mean, like I said, my brother, since he works doing on the business side of music too, he does PR. He makes various different contacts, and we've met people through the years in our 20-year career that have helped us. And the MTV stuff, we were actually even featured on an episode of Boiling Points. I don't know if you remember that show, but it's not on the air anymore. But it's like where they kind of prank you, and
yeah, I think I remember that one.
That was pretty wild, and and they've used songs on like Road Rules, and so we see royalties from that as well. And I'm still right now. What am I doing? I'm trying to be as proactive as possible to find more opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, I found.
Go ahead.
I found your stuff very valuable. I have your licensing guide. I actually had bought it last June, and you had a lot of great. Leads on there that I've been submitting our stuff to, and waiting to hear back from people. I mean, I think I found this company, Song Hunters, and I submitted us to them. I submitted us to Crucial Music. They accepted our catalog. I submitted us to another place called Princess Blue Music. They also want to license our catalog. So right now, there's actually a couple different contracts that I'm having my lawyer look at to see. Who we're gonna go with next. So it sounds pretty cool stuff happening right now.
That's awesome. And have you found over the years, like through the different licensing, through the different placements that you've had, have those placements benefited your career in terms of getting gigs? Have they led to more opportunities? Do you see sort of a synergy between the two parts of your career?
I mean, I think people take you more seriously as a songwriter and a musician if you had success with your songs being placed, because obviously that's showing that your songs are good and good enough to be on these shows. We're respected in our community by a lot of other different musicians, and we've gotten some pretty high profile gigs over the past couple of years. I mean, we played at Irving Plaza in the city.
Oh wow!
Which is one of the, I think, best venues in Manhattan, and we played at the Patchogue Theater, which is another beautiful venue out here on Long Island. and there's like a really tight-knit group of musicians out in Patchogue that, we play with and are supported by people that, just love music, have studios, and we're working with a really good producer right now. So yeah, I think that it all kind of works together. And, obviously you have to believe in yourself, but it's definitely you can't just do it on your own. It's about networking and finding, people who get what you're about and like-minded people,
Sure. No, that's awesome, Tara. So 20 years you guys have been together. What is sort of the future of Iridesense? Where do you see yourselves going over the next couple of years? Is it about trying to get to the next level? Are you trying to get better gigs? Is this I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume you guys have day jobs as well, or do you do this full time?
We have day jobs as well. No, in a perfect world, I'd be doing this full time. I do love, I'm a teacher. I do love what I do as well. I'm a teacher. I teach second grade and I teach music too. So, that works well since I'm a musician. Yep. But, we all work in different types of careers. My husband's in advertising. My brother's really the only one on the music side of, the business side of music. And my guitar player is in telecommunications. But, where I see us is mainly doing more licensing. Right now, we all have families, and it's hard for us to do any big tours or anything like that. Go out on the road is not going to happen right now. So we're probably just going to do gigs locally and continue to try to get some more licensing. One other thing we've been dabbling a bit in, which has been a lot of fun, and I think we're going to do more of, is writing jingles. And
cool.
We just wrote a jingle for a jeweler out here on Long Island, and it's going to be on the radio, which is really cool, and that was a lot of fun to make. So, yeah, when you're a songwriter, I think you never stop writing songs no matter what age you are. So I think that if you're a good songwriter and you have a passion for it, then, just keep creating. I can't stop writing songs. It's kind of like, it's my therapy. It's how I express myself, and I'm going to continue to do it. And if I can get it in films or TV, then that's definitely where I see Iridesense going. I think we're all on the same mindset right now. That's why we're recording more songs.
Yeah. No, that's awesome that you guys, have found an outlet for your music. And I think a lot of people turn to licensing for really similar reasons. You find, I think, as you get older, that touring and doing music on a really full scale, depending on what level you're at, can be pretty challenging. So licensing is a great way to get exposure and make money from your music without, the exhaustion of being on the road all the time. Yeah,
definitely. I respect a lot of people who are doing that too. Like, we have friends that are still doing the touring thing, and it's totally a different lifestyle,
Yeah.
But it's not where we are now,
Sure.
But like I was saying before, when you're a musician and you love it and it's in your heart, then you can continue to write. And like you said, this is how you can make music make money with your music,
Exactly. Cool. Well, listen, Tara, I really appreciate you coming on the podcast and telling your story today. I'm sure a lot of people are going to get a lot of inspiration out of it. What I would like to do is, as I always do on these podcasts, is play one of your songs. It'd be cool if we could play a song that you've actually licensed to give people an idea of, the quality of music that is being licensed. Do you have a track in mind that that you can send me that we can use?
Yeah, sure. I'll send you one of the songs that were used on Zoe 101. I'll send you a song called Gasoline.
Gasoline. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The band is Iridesense. The song is Gasoline. And Tara, if people want to learn more about you, what is your website address?
It's iridesense.com, and you spell that Iridesense, like common sense.
Iridesense. Iridesense.
Yep.
Iridesense.com. Tara, thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate you talking with me today.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Awesome, Tara. Have a great day.
You too, Aaron. Bye-bye.
All rise, put your right hand over your heart. Pay attention to what you start. And always be true to your heart. True to your heart. back.